Hey, good morning out there, YouTube. Welcome to my new channel. My name's Jason, and this is the All-American Hustle. I decided to start this channel because I keep seeing and feeling the sentiment like the American dream has died, and it just hasn't. There are ways to get ahead. There are ways to be successful. There are ways to do anything you want to do. Now, they're not easy. Hell, they're not fun. Sometimes they're downright miserable. Sometimes you're working 30 hours a day. And I know that sounds funny, but it's what we do to get through. And I think it's time somebody just came out and said it and showed you how it could be done and was honest about it. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This isn't a make millions flipping houses, use my money, I'll turn you on to this, that, and the other. This is take the thing you have and turn into the thing you want. And by the thing you have, I mean time, maybe some money, mostly just effort. Effort is everything. Effort equals results 100% of the time. The harder you work, the more success you're going to have. And you're going to hear people crying and moaning and saying that's just not true, that they've tried their whole life and they never get anywhere. And guess what? You just haven't got there yet. Now, short bio, short background, 40-year-old male, live in Florida. It's a beautiful life every day. And I've ran the gamut of jobs from construction, supervision, to my current role in IT. It hasn't been easy. I've had to swallow some pride. I've had to do some things I didn't really want to do just because I needed the money, because I needed to keep my family afloat. I've endured the ups and downs. I've been through the financial crises. I'm going through the current financial crisis and weird recession-based pandemic stuff that's going down now. It's weird, but believe it or not, I've been pulling successful profits even during this time frame. And I just want people to see the hope in it, to see that you don't need to buy a $100,000 house and risk your life savings to try to flip and make a few dollars. You don't need to have a $10,000 nest egg to get ahead. You don't need any of these things. You just need you. And you just need to want to work. And when I say you need to want to work, I say that because people that want to work always tend to be working. I've been laid off several times, including 07, 08, which was just a rough one. And, you know, a lot of people were saying they couldn't get jobs, and I had to take a job in another state. And that is not at all enjoyable. I mean, it was quite miserable to leave my new wife and the beautiful new house I'd built. But if I wanted to protect her best interests and not lose the house we just built, I had to kind of do it. And I'll say this a few times in these videos and in the few months and in the coming times, that sometimes you just got to do it. It's going to seem scary. It's going to seem out of reach. It's going to seem difficult. Just do it. Just go for it. I mean, I'm not telling you to risk everything you got on one idea. Quite the opposite, actually. I'm telling you to risk a little bit of what you got to try to better where you're at, to try to get to where you want to be, to try to get to that American dream, to get to that house with a white picket fence, to get to that point where you might actually be able to retire if you want to. This whole work 25, 30 years and retire, that's not my dream. That's somebody's dream, and it's a dream they push on us relentlessly. Every commercial on TV is talking about retirement, but what if you're like me and working's what you enjoy? Then you have to look at things differently. You have to look at finding something you can do, even as you age, even as your body starts to go, even as your elbows start to hurt and your knees start to give out, and all these wonderful things that happen as you get older. I'm only 41, but trust me, a lifetime of construction has beat up some of my joints. Now, the things I do to make money are a little unorthodox, I'd say. Things that other people in my profession probably wouldn't do. But you know what? Everybody can do it. Anybody can do it. And If you watch this video series, you'll see how I've done it the last few months. You'll see it, how I even made an extra $28 an hour just from a small investment of $300. And, you know, you'll get some weird looks from people. I live in a white collar space, even though I'm from a blue collar world. And they look at me kind of funny when they find out I'm running till 10, 11 o'clock at night to go look at a car that I think I can flip, or that I bought a storage unit in St. Pete, which is an hour and a half south of here. I got to be there by 6, and I need to have it cleaned out by the morning because I don't want to have to make 2 trips and risk my profit. So I end up staying there till midnight. That's just what it is. That's just how it works. And I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to be completely dead-ass tired in the morning just to try to squeeze out a few extra dollars so that I can do the things I want to do in life. So that if I want to go on vacation, I can go on vacation. So that if I want to buy my wife a gift, I buy my wife a gift. So if I see a new pistol I like, I buy the new pistol I like. Because, believe it or not, even though my wife and I do well, we still don't have enough money to do everything we want to do. We have children, and we have expenses, and we have houses and things, and all the things that everybody else has or hopes to have. And in the last couple of years, I've realized that I really can't work another job and work my full-time job effectively. So I've had to go back to some things I learned along the way, and back to some things my father taught me, and start this all-American hustle. And this YouTube is hopefully going to be a revenue stream in that portfolio of mine. And it's a portfolio that includes a large random list of things. I've said this several times, and I say it to all my friends, and we all get a good laugh out of it, but I will honestly try to buy and sell anything I think I can make a profit out of. This year it's been watermelons, storage units, tools, cars. If I can find something that's not unbelievably expensive and that there's enough profit in it for me to mess with it, I'm going to mess with it. And profit's a relative term. You're not going to get rich fast. You're not going to make $1 million tomorrow. Hell, I might not ever make $1 million. Doesn't matter. Doesn't change who I am. Doesn't change the kind of person I am. Doesn't change my goals for my life. But I know for sure I'll never make that $1 million just sitting around working one job. It's just not going to happen. I am not in a position in life or in a position of knowledge to turn what I do into that much money. It's just not going to happen. I've come to that realization. But I am in a position of life, in a position of knowledge, to take a normal salary and double it. I can take the little bit of money I have left over every month and double it. And that's not a lot. So I double 300 into 600, or I double 100 into 200. It's not a lot of money, but it is 100% profit. 100%. Sometimes I'm running on closer to 200 and 300% profit margins. Yeah, 300%, still only a couple $100. But overall, the margin is incredible. And it works. And I haven't risked my entire nest egg to get it. And I haven't done anything illegal. I haven't risked my family's safety. I haven't done anything outside of really buying and selling. Doing things I know how to do. Paying attention around me. Seeing the market. Seeing the availability of resources. Following the produce seasons. Believe it or not, selling produce is a very high markup, very lucrative market. And you don't need a lot of money to get into it. You just need to have a place to set up, have a place to get supplies, and do it. It's that easy. It's weird at first. It's strange to think that you're just going to randomly set a sign up on the side of the road and sell things. But I did it. I even brought my kid along with me and showed him how to hustle and make some money. And you would think that a child that would rather play Fortnite than do schoolwork would hate sitting on the side of the road all day in the sun. But he didn't. He loved it. And people loved him. And he got to see people and know people. And it basically was just loading produce into people's trunks for him. You know what? He made some tips on top. And it was very cool. and it changed his mindset. He no longer thinks that I sit at home and stare at a computer screen all day and a paycheck shows up on Friday. He now knows that there's more to it than that. There's more to it than he sees. So we're going to get started. This is my first intro video. Hope you guys like it. I'm not into a bunch of polished post-production stuff. I just am who I am, and I'm going to run what I've got. I'll probably pick up a better camera and try to do a little bit of editing. But some of my videos are going to be shaky. Sometimes the audio quality is going to be off. I'm not a perfectionist. I'm not a professional. I'm just a guy. I'm a guy who went back and got a degree at 35 after damn near destroying his body in construction, watching the ups and downs of the world around us, and decided I needed to do something else, so I did. I paid for my own degree. I didn't believe in that getting saddled with college debt right out of high school. It's a bad plan. Debt is the enemy. I will say that 1,000,000 times. Credit card debt is the enemy. Car debt, house debt, all of these things. We seek to make more money to pay these things off so we can earn our freedom back. And that's what it is. When you have to work every day to pay the bills you have, that's not freedom. It's not an existence that provides, I don't know what the word is, satisfaction. But when you can just work a little here, work a little there, ship a package out because your eBay app went off and you made $100 because you went out and bought something on the weekend, put it on eBay, and it sold on Tuesday. So I go print out a label, put it in my mailbox, and an extra $100 shows up in my checking account. I could take that $100 and send it towards my car, send it towards my mortgage, put it in a college fund for my kids if they decide that's the avenue they wish to go down. That's freedom. True freedom. Not nonsensical freedom where I'm free to go to work and free to send all my money to a bank. That's not freedom. So if you're interested, you like what I have to say, you want to hear a guy that's not a multimillionaire tell you how to make a couple extra $1,000s a year, listen up, sign up, like and subscribe. It'll get me some money. It'll keep me producing. And I'll go into several revenue streams in the upcoming videos. I have 3 to 4 right now. Some of them are easily attainable. Some of them were just luck of my own, and I got very lucky in some instances, but not millionaire lucky. Not my parents had a lot of money lucky. Not any of that. Just hard work, being in the right place at the right time, taking the word no out of my vocabulary, and just doing it. Just going for it. Just knowing that I want more out of life, so I tried to get more out of life. And I didn't do it alone. I have a great wife. I have 2 great kids. I have a great family. They're on board. They help me out. They let me borrow their cars and the trailers, and sometimes their garages. Sometimes their pop tents. Sometimes just their back to help me load and haul stuff. And I got some good friends too that have definitely been there for me. Random friends that I can call at midnight on a Tuesday and say, hey man, I need to borrow your trailer in the morning. And they're there for me. They're down for it. And on the flip side, I try to make sure I keep those guys in mind when I come across things they might be interested in, and I try to help them out. Throw them a little love, throw them a little cash, anything I can do to keep the wheels turning. So if you're interested, you want to see how I do it, you want to see how I spend some of it, I'll even show you the fun stuff we do. Like and subscribe, join up. Again, my name's Jason, and this is the All American Hustle. Thanks for tuning in.